Hi guys, in this video I will be covering the verbal reasoning section of the UCAT and giving you a few tips to improve your timing and therefore improve your marks. So starting off, what you can do is you can watch for the negative language which can be used in questions, and this includes not and except. So make sure that you read the question really carefully, because if it mentions not or except, it will be the completely opposite of what it's asking you, what you might think it's asking you. So therefore make sure that you watch out for these words, so you're not tripped over. Next, if the first option is correct, then move on. Normally in a biochemistry or maths exam at college, you would check your answer, but you don't have time to do this in UCAT. So if the first option is correct, you move on. You don't have to check the rest of them. Next, that if you have ruled out the first three options, the fourth one will be correct. So if you know that the first one's not right, the second one's not right, the third one's not right, then the fourth one has to be right. So don't take time in going through the fourth one. It will be right. It will just save you a lot of time if you don't go through that. Next, make sure that you answer all the true, false, can't tell questions. They are the easiest questions in the verbal reasoning, much easier than the most of the comprehensive questions. So make sure that you answer all of them, even if that means that you're missing out on some of the comprehensive questions. Next, so if you can't find the answer for the true, false, can't tell questions, then it will be can't tell. You don't look for it again. You don't look for another keyword. You just press can't tell. It'll be just wasting your time if you keep looking for the answer, because the answer won't be in there. So some people won't know what true, false, can't tell means. So true is basically if the whole statement is mentioned in the text. So it can't just be a part of the statement. I'll be going through an example in a bit. So it can't just be just a part of it. It has to be the whole statement which has to be mentioned. And for it to be false, just one part of the statement needs to be incorrect, and then the whole statement will be false. And for it to be can't tell, it just won't have enough information for it to be either true or false. So for example, this is one of the paragraphs from the UCAT. So what the question is that NTT Docomo has made an arrangement with Nokia, which is a Finnish company. So the first part of it says that they have made an arrangement with Nokia. So if you look for that, it's mentioned in the second last line there. So the NTT Docomo signed a deal with Nokia to provide. So you know that they've made an arrangement or a deal with Nokia. So is this correct? No, it's not correct, because the second part says, which is a Finnish company, but nowhere in the text does it mention that that Nokia is a Finnish company. Even if you know it is, you can't say it is true because it's not mentioned in the text. So this therefore will be can't tell, even though the first part is correct, but the second part isn't. Therefore, you can't assume that the second part is correct. You'll have to find it in the text, but you can't find it in the text. Therefore, it is can't tell. Next. So if I ask you which one would you rather read, would you rather read the one on the left or on the right? You would obviously say the left because it's much shorter than the right one. So it's the same with the UCAT. So don't take so much time reading. If you don't want to read it, then don't read it, because it'll take so much time, and you can be answering the question on the left, which will be much easier because there won't be much information. So if the passage on the right comes up, then if you don't want to answer it, then guess, flag, move on. This is so important, and it will save you a lot of valuable time. So if you can't answer it, just guess, flag, move on, so you have time for the passages like the ones on the left. So you can use this guess flag move on for long paragraphs like the one on the right. For if it's taking you too much time, you might not be able to find the specific keyword, the specific information in the text. So guess flag move on. And finally, if you just can't find the answer, sometimes even if the paragraph is short, it will be hard to find the information. So just guess flag move on. Worst case scenario, you will get it wrong, but you still have a 1 in 4th chance of getting it right. So have a guess, because you don't want to waste your time. So look for statistics or dates first. A lot of people do not know about this trick, but this is such a helpful trick and can save you so much time in the UCAT. So if I present you with this comprehension, if I ask, by how much has Iran agreed to cut its stockpile of low enriched uranium? So it's asking for how much, so you know it's asking for a number. So if I start looking for numbers, well, I've got 2015, 2015 there. I know these are dates, July 2015. These are dates, so it can't be that. So next number I come across, well, I've got November there. I know it can't be that. So the next number I come across is 98%. So what I would do is I would carefully read around this sentence and try to find if the low enriched uranium is mentioned in there. So if I read this, it says under the agreement, Iran agreed to eliminate its stockpile of medium enriched uranium and cut its stockpile of low enriched uranium by 98%. So this is what I was looking for. So you can see how much easier it becomes if you've got a number with you. So if I look for the answer, yeah, so 98% is the right answer. I know you would be provided with options in the real UCAT, but for the sake of this question, let's just go with this. So you can see how much easier it becomes. If there was another question without the numbers, then I would have to read around it so much more, and it would take me so much more time. But because I've got a number, I can just skim through it quickly, and it becomes so much easier. So if you do have a question where you've been provided with 4 options, and you've got one which contains the number, then try to look for that. For example, this option. So out of all of these, I can just go for the 48 lifeboats first. It will be much more easier than going for any of the others. So you don't have to go in order from the top to bottom. You can go for the numerical ones first. It doesn't matter, because all of them have equal chance of being right, 1 in 4. So just go for the numbers first. So this was it for today. Thank you very much.